compass that I didn't take. I had some maps that I didn't take because I did depend on my GutHook app on my phone, which I have the full trail loaded. Once you load up a trail, you don't have to renew it each year. And what's really cool is a lot of people are getting into biking now. So GutHook has bike trails app, so what's nice about GutHook, if you don't know what it is, it's actually the trail. It shows you exactly your elevation, where you're going up, you're going down, where the next water is, where the campsites are, where the towns are, where the parties are, where everything is. It's a fully encompassing app that I just love it. And I would always leave comments too, because since I seem to be I thought I was one of the last ones coming through because everybody had already passed me. I would always make sure that I put down water sources if they were still going, because a lot of water sources were starting to dry up after all the rains from the spring. Okay, one of the things that I forgot to mention, I see it here, is I had gotten these neoprene socks. They're waterproof socks, and when I first used these is when I hiked the Narrows in Zion. I thought, what? I didn't know. But, so anyway, I rented them with all the gear and put these on with the shoes and everything. And I'll tell you what, your feet still get wet, but they're just snugly warm still inside these. So I haven't decided if I'm going to use these when I get up to having to do a lot of water crossings, because I am not going to take my shoes off and on to put water shoes on. You hear people saying, oh, what are your water shoes? What are your water shoes? Some people continue to hike in them, but there's so many river crossings. It just depends. I haven't decided if I'm going to take these or not next year for when I have to do the water crossing. The biggest problem is if it's cold, your shoes aren't going to have time to dry out, so they're going to be cold and freezing. So I just might consider taking those. One of the things, I love bandanas. I got a bandana for everything. And I've been collecting the, what is it? Force of Nature. And, oh no, this is this year's model, Force of Nature. It's just a set of bandanas. My daughter got my first one, which was this orange one. And this is the one that I keep my meds wrapped in. And then I've got last year's model, which I have my nighttime potty bag. And then this is my Eagle Rock that I got in Eagle Rock. I mean, you can only carry so many bandanas. And they're an ounce each, so got to keep those ounces down. So I've got that. I have my Death Wish coffee one that this packs in with my cooking, with my stove. So that's my cleaning cloth for my stove. And then this is the bandana that I got when I took the compass class at REI. Isn't that cool? I keep it on my shoulder strap on my pack, because like white sweat wipes your nose, you can spit in it, you can wave it, I don't know, but anyway, so it's just always good to have something here for your face and for your body fluids. Okay, and this is the one, Casa de Luna, class of 2019. Whee! You had to dance for this. I'll have to look and see Fire. Later we called him TB. He's the high hiker. I think he got me dancing for the. So that's it for the bandanas for right now. Okay, we're back. I had to go to PT. Got my hair up because I was getting hot. So, bing. A couple things that I did not take, and one of them was a full-on medical kit. And I'm going to just put this in my camping gear because it's got lots of good things, but that definitely did not make it. All I needed was Band-Aids and Neosporin and my ACE bandage. I had a little thing to hang my antibacterial on my pack with, but I just kept that in with the different bags, so I didn't need to worry about that. Then I at one point I had I'm not quite sure what happened to it. And see, this is the short fork that I had initially. So I can use that for camping. My lighter. I thought, oh, this will last the trail, because size matters. It works, two-handed, but boy. One of the things that I talked about several times was my butt pad. There used to be a lot more to this, but I actually cut off a section of this. You saw it in one of my videos where I wrapped it and duct taped it. And then I also cut off portions to, cut off big squares to put on my hips for where my backpack was hitting on it initially until I got stronger. And I'm not sure what else I used it for, but this ended up being used for several things before I ended up sending it home. So that's all that's left. So maybe I'll start with this when I start next year in case I need pieces of it. Now to my favorite things. And first of all, this. So first of all, this is one of my favorite things. I would never not consider carrying it. This was my umbrella. My black on the inside, reflective on the outside, and I used it for heat, I use it for rain, I use it for hail, and there's not hard. I think it's got a couple scratches on it, but I will tell you that this is from a company called Six Moon Designs, and it is very well constructed. There were many umbrellas that you would find in the hiker boxes. Again, hikers just putting them in there because they're broken, maybe because they think people can use the parts. You never saw a Six Moon design in a hiker box. It was others that were less expensive, or maybe not even less expensive, but the quality wasn't there. And also sometimes they were the big, these that open up like this. And then you've seen the umbrellas that actually break down into a shorter, it's kind of a really fold up. You saw those in the hiker boxes all the time. They just did not survive the elements. So my hat is off to Six Moon Designs, because this thing really, I had this in some pretty hellacious weather, and when it got extremely windy, I had to put it away. But hail, rain, sun, I love this. Then I love my puffy, puffy or down jacket. This one is an Arc'teryx Ceylon, and I must tell you that you should always get pastel colors when you're getting a puppy for hiking, because it really shows the dirt. This thing would get black, but it washes very well. The only thing is after you wash it and you dry it, you have to remigrate the down in it. But that just gives you something to do, just remigrating it. You hold it up to the light and you can see where the down needs to move. But this was one of my very also favorite items to get on a clearance shelf. I was at REI down in Burbank, California, looking at their clearance rack. This was I think it was almost around $400, and I got it for $120 because it had a little spot on it. And I dare you to find the spot. But then the other thing while traveling is in each pocket I have my gloves. I started out with some thinner gloves, just some wind gloves, but especially after dealing with the cold and the rain and the ice and everything going up Jacinto, I needed something a little bit thicker because my hands were freezing. So I actually got, these are a little bit more padded. It also has the touch fingers, supposedly you can use, black, like you can use your phone or whatever. Yeah, kind of works, kind of doesn't. These are made by Outdoor Research as well, and so they work very well. They're lightweight, and I just keep them in my pockets, that way I don't lose one. My left one's in my left pocket, my right one's in my right pocket. So that is that. And then saving the best for last, my neck knife. I love me neck knife. It is made by MTK Knives out of Montana, and you can see it's one piece, one blade, very sharp blade, and it just I just love it. A lot of people looked at it on the trail. This was part of my, I never went out without it anywhere, and obviously for protection in case I needed it, but there's just so many other uses that you use it for. The very first time I used it was coming into Lake Moreno. There was a trail angel there cooking chicken and brats, I think, hot dogs and stuff like that. And he goes, does anybody have a knife? I need to check, see if this chicken's done. I'm going, oh, I just happen to have one right here. So that worked out well. And one of the things that you need to check for on these knives, there was another hiker who had, there's all different kinds, but he had a Gerber knife, and it kept getting dull. He couldn't figure it out, and after doing a little more, looking deeper into it, one of the rivets here was right where the blade, when he's pulling the knife out, the blade was hitting the rivet, so the rivet was actually dulling the knife. So you want to make sure that that you don't have that situation going on. And a lot of people ask me if this is magnetic. It is not magnetic. It is just a beautiful fit on whatever this is made out of. So one of my favorite things. Okay. Hit it! Neck knives and puppies and silver umbrellas. Da da ba da ba. You make the words up. Follow the bouncing ball. When the rain hits, when the sun hits, when I need to cut some cheese, I simply remember my favorite things out on the PCT. One of my favorite things holding my clothes is REI. I only right now have the small and the large. See, they label it for you and everything. L, S. These are very lightweight bags. And when I had my shakedown in Warner Springs, it had some big clips on it that you could like clip it onto something. Big old plastic clips. Those ended up being cut off, and so that saved me some weight. But this is my ditty bag. This is my clothes bag. And so I like to keep me organized. Everything's all together. I can just scrunch it down, both of these down anywhere in my pack. One of my favorite things is my little down booties. Whee! And I probably should keep them out of the pack because like anything, any down thing should not be crushed until, you're ready to pack them up. But these are my little down booties. They're made by Z-Packs. I think they call them goose socks. But this was part of my routine. I put on my icebreaker breeches, then I put on my little booties, and I was comfortable as heck in my tent, in my sleeping bag. So that's them Z-Packs. But so those are the booties. Okay, so finally, all the gear videos are done. I think I have at least enough for a 12-week series. I'll be getting. Hope you enjoyed them all. Just a reminder for anybody who wants this, if you DM me, private message me, whatever, I'd be happy to send you this spreadsheet that I made. It is in Mac numbers. I can PDF it or just send it to you in numbers so you can play with numbers yourself. Oh, that sounds kind of fun. Like I said, it's got the name of the product that I used, still using, or going to use, the website where they're from, what their weight was, how much it cost, and then I actually have my total weight, what I got down to, what I plan to get down to. This is just base with everything, not including food and water. So I've got it down to between 17 and 18 pounds for my base weight. Yay! If you want this, let me know and I'd be happy to send it to you. There's a lot of information that I've gathered here and taken a lot of time to put here. So, I just know already on the class of 2020, there's a lot of questions going around, a lot of people looking for stuff. So happy to help, and I will see you out there on the trail. In the meantime, as always, thank you for watching.